Rox D Zbeec is the best new character in One Piece in over a decade. Well, at least since Loki. And this video was originally going to be about him and making him and his fantastic little face and his spiky red hair that I did, because after I did this drawing and I colored in his face, I loved it. I fell in love with his design, maybe even more than Blackbeard. But then I finished his drawing and I just wasn't really happy with the colors, and now I'm sort of less hyped for his character. It's died off a little bit. And what I've made instead is a face structure for Teach. I have to make something, and what I've made is this neat little face for Teach, which is really, really good. So we're going to go over that. The simple new method I've used to make faces like boxes, essentially, with just front, side, back, top, bottom, yeah, like a cube. I'm not making sense. I should have written some notes down. Another thing to do is a new neck joint and a new joint system, which I have to make for this. And I just decided that I did these drawings for Teach, and I wanted to make his face, because it's like the exact same shape as Rox's face anyway. So I figured I would do Teach's first because he's a little simpler and more minimal. And the one new thing I'm doing with this face that I haven't done before for some reason is doing like an inner frame for the face, where the shape and structure of the face is all held together by this inner frame, and then the actual like skin of the face will just be wrapped over the top after that. And that way I can have all the ugly tape and glue I need to get the thing sturdy and put together underneath, and then I can keep the surface of the face very, very clean. And also just make it so I can be more precise and exact with the shape of the face, which I always did this for the muscles, like the shoulders and the pecs and everything, but for the face I just kind of winged it. And God, after my last video trying to make Base's face and coming up with like 20 prototypes, nothing was really that revolutionary. Only with the Rox drawing, the second I finished coloring it and I did the black lightning bolts, I just couldn't really decide, and I don't like it anymore. I wish I just left the lightning red. This is why I don't finish things half the time, because it's like when something's just partially finished, there's like all this wonder and excitement of it could still kind of be anything. But then once it's done, it's like, oh, that's it. I wish I could make these changes, but I'm drawing on paper, and once you put ink on the page, that's it. You only get to color the thing once. Or what I might end up doing is just tracing this and redrawing Rox. I have to draw him in a different pose anyway, because when I started this drawing for Rox, I was not anticipating that I'd like his character that much. I just saw this panel for Rox and I was like, damn, his design is actually pretty damn good. And if I could draw this in just like a couple of days, it would totally be worth it. That was when chapter 1155 came out. Yeah, anyway, let's talk about Teach. Man, this square simple shape always looks so good in my head, but then it just looks it doesn't even feel as good as this Blackbeard face I made 10 years ago. He even has a moving mouth. There's 3 different methods I'm working with to create faces at the moment, and for Teach, I chose number 2, which didn't work so well for my last face, but I think it's something that would work a lot better for someone like Teach here, with his big wide jawline and narrow forehead. I thought of this when I last watched Megamind and saw Metro Man's face, which you could clearly divide into like front and side planes with like a top, bottom, and back, pretty much like the 6 sides of a cube, hence why I call this the box method. Turned out pretty well for Blackbeard here, with my only real gripe being the mouth. Looks odd. Turns out choosing someone with such a wide smile probably wasn't the best idea. It's still good enough, I think. It's definitely like a 3D face made out of paper that looks like a drawing. Looks pretty cool. And another thing I did, rather than just having like the flat shape like this, is I added an extra piece for the forehead, where the top curves down a little bit, so then the eyes curve back, giving those arched eyebrows that he has, but also giving more depth to the eyes. So the eyes at least look pretty good from the profile view. It's just the mouth almost completely disappears, except for like those little side parts. But I mean, it's all right. It's not bad. What do you guys think? Just don't look at the side, you idiot. I did also turn it into a brief template, just what I made for the face here, if you want that. And here's some drawings I've done this month. I'm a big fan of this banana. All of this is on my Patreon if you want it. Yeah, that's it. You're free to go. Thanks. Bye.